Holy packs. Hey guys, got a video here for you that is sort of an extension of something that was on Ben's WaxPacks channel. We had got another collection, gone to Facebook and saw this guy had a whole mess of stuff. I'll send a link out to that video where we look at all the boxes and all the stuff. Started going through a lot of it. It did seem like a lot of the things were already picked through. So we may or may not have gotten our money's worth. But what I have here is something that I generally don't deal with. One is a box, and I'm trying to get this in the best camera way I can. Here, let me just see if I can pan it back. You got a full box of football cards. All various years, looks like early 90s for the most part, and that I need to go through. And then another box here full of, it looks like basketball cards. All right, boom, as I knock the camera over. So what I'll do is, I'm looking probably, between these two boxes, I'm probably looking at, it's gotta be close to 1,000 cards. So instead of me going through 1,000 cards right here on this video, what I'll do is I'll go through some of them, and then I'll go through the rest off camera, and then just do a quick recap video. Normally, people who can edit and do these things can do this all in one video. I haven't ventured into that yet. I got to get better on that because I do most of these things through my phone. I should probably just do like some sort of movie edit and make it nice and clean for you guys. But you know what? I'm lazy. I'm old. I don't know all this stuff. So let me go through some of the basketball and I'll show you what I've already done for the football. So I've gone through these football cards, some of these football cards already, and they got a lot of these super chrome cards from the wild card set. And these were the 93. So a couple of no real notable rookies. I think Rocket Ishmael was in here somewhere. And you know, a couple of other names. I have a feeling Garrison Hurst, he was a good running back for a while there. I think he ended up going to the 49ers, but I'm not sure. Rocket Ishmael, right? Great punt returner. I think he was a Heisman Trophy winner. Stuff like that. So no huge names out of this one. Again, I think they were already picked over. Whatever was the big rookie out of that, they probably took it. But I was able to get a stack, or so far seen these gold cards. So we'll put a gold card collection together, right? And I think like Ernest Given was in here and stuff like that. So a couple of no names, a couple of, yeah, here you go, Ernest Givens, right? So a couple of pretty good names, and then a couple of no names. But I'm gonna put together a whole slew of the of those gold cards. And then here we got here's some of the other sort of stars, or somewhat good stars we got. You got Terrell Buckley. I like Lampoon, so I put him in here. Good receiver. Heavy hitters here with Charles Haley, Kevin Green, another Ernest Givens card, good receiver. Andre Reed, another good receiver for the Bills there during their session when they went 0-4 of the Super Bowls. You got Jim Jeffcoat, Richard Dent, Leslie O'Neal, another good lineman or defensive lineman. You got Richard Dent, Ronnie Lott, Alvin Harper. Who else here? Hugh Douglas, Brian Cox, Daryl Johnson, the Moose. Everybody sees him doing all the sideline reporting or the calling the games. Howie Long, same thing, right? He's got some sons in the league, and then he does, I think the Fox one he does. Ernest Givens again, Jesse Armstead, and then of course Bruce Smith, big defensive end for Buffalo Bills there. All right, and then with the basketball, they had this pack, NBA Jam Session 94-95. Contains one limited edition card. I'm not sure what that is. But the big card here was the Akeem Olajuwon. See, it's not the normal size card, but had Akeem Olajuwon. And then Charles Oakley was another good one. You had Rick Fox, Joe Klein. Everybody loves Joe Klein. Oliver Miller, never really panned out. Gary Grant, Will Perdue. So some big white guys we got in here. George Lynch and Dennis Scott. He was a good player for a while there. But pretty cool card here for the Elijah one. Hard to store though. I mean, how long these are. Long and narrow. So definitely an odd card, but in good shape nonetheless. So let's look through some of these basketball cards. And oh, whoops! I just lifted I just lifted the pages of the basketball card, and this was sitting underneath it. So 100 premium collectible trading cards for National Lampoon. All right, so I know they do all the movies and everything, but this is 1993. So this must be the whole set here. National Lampoon, oh boy. Weird tales, spicy stories. Oh boy. So I don't know if these are from some of their movies. Let's take a venture in here and see what we got. Ugh, all right, Justice. Okay, the annual swimsuit edition. Is that Christy Brinkley? Oh, there you go, Christy Brinkley on the cover there. And all right, we got some. Oh, it's Gerald Ford, and why am I drawing a blank on him? But there's some old presidential candidates. Find it out. Oh boy. maybe I should be careful. I gotta look at these off camera. I'm not sure if all these are age appropriate. But but funny stuff nonetheless. But everyone knows these National Lampoon movies, so that's pretty interesting. I'll have to look that set up too. All right, let me venture into some of these pages here. Let's see, these were in the pages, so I guess these were from an album, but they're missing a lot, and I imagine if they're from the Bulls side, they probably took out all the Jordans. Yeah, Stacey King and John Paxton mostly make that up, but at least a gold card for John Paxton, so I'll take that out and put that with the gold collection. More Stacey King and Will Perdue, so Muggsy Bogues, a couple of his cards here. And then this was the archive. This was the 93 archive. So you got Rex Chapman going back there. Del Curry. Let's see, anyone else? Hershey Hawkins. No one else big. Again, if you have this is Charlotte. He probably took out all the Larry Johnson cards, I imagine. And probably the Alonzo Mourning cards. Again, Muggsy Bogues here, and here. But no big names so far. So I was hoping to come across. All right, I see someone pretty good. Here's again, it's a 93 archives. So this is when they just kind of copied over the 89 Topps set. But we got Terry Porter in the back, so he's a good player. Him and Clyde Drexler were a nice 1 and 2 here. And Rod Strickland was a good player there for a while with the Blazers. All right, and you got Vernon Maxwell. Nice, he does a lot of announcing now, I think for the Celtics games, but he was a good player. I think he does, right? Yeah, is that who I'm thinking of, or am I thinking of Xavier McDaniel? No, I think Vernon Maxwell, he does the announcing. Robert Horry, he was good with Houston for a long time, and he even went to, I think, the Knicks, and had some good seasons there. And then Kenny Smith, everybody knows him he's the other guy there between Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley, trying to keep the peace on the NBA Inside stuff or whatever it is now that they do. And Sam Cassell. Oh, Electric Diamond Sam Cassell on the 94 Upper Deck. So that's pretty cool. Put that aside for the gold card. Here again, you got the the Rodney McCurry, but you have the archives. So again, 93 archives. Look at that, 1983 Topps. So I know I have a bunch of these in my personal collection. I got the Michael Jordan one when he has the 84 Topps and stuff like that. So I'll have to share that with you guys. But again, more Robert Horry. All right, so now we're into the Spurs. So he probably took out all the David Robinson ones. Yeah, so nothing big on that one. Same thing here. So I think this is really all just kind of picked through, unfortunately for us. Because I was kind of hoping that we could find some diamonds in the rough with these sets. So, but that's the risk that you take when you buy somebody's collection, right? You buy a box of something, you gotta, you know, everybody kind of hopes that it's somebody that is just like, hey, I just want to get rid of it. Here you go, take it. But more than likely, you know, you hear the same spiel over and over again. There's Steve Smith and Glenn Rice, so those are pretty good players. But you hear the same spiel of like, oh, I found this in the storage locker, or oh, I don't know much about it. I'm just trying to get rid of it. But it's that they do. They know all about it. Harold Miner, nice. And they're just basically trying to get a sucker to buy their remaining crap. And they all have this, everybody has the same story. Everybody has the same spiel. So you really got to be careful about who you're buying from and where you're buying it. Detlef Schrempf, that's pretty good. So I think here what we'll probably have to do is maybe bundle up a lot of these commons and just sell them off as a lot. But I think we're going to be a little bit more straightforward with what we have. We're not going to try and dupe anybody. And, you know, more Detlef Schrempf, that's pretty good. All the Reggie Millers are probably taken out of, oh, I lied. Here's one Reggie Miller. So there we go. There's a good player. But at least when we sell our lot, we'll try and be upfront and just say, hey, here's a lot of minor stars and commons for basketball from these eras, and we'll make it reasonably priced so that we can just want to get rid of it. Or because usually what ends up happening with these commons, Danny Manning, how unfortunate for them when they drafted him right before Michael Jordan. But hey, who knows? Who knows what would have happened though if they did that, right? If it didn't work out that way, who knows how it all would have panned out for Jordan and everybody else. But most of these, Jerome Kersey, he was good. Most of these commons, I would end up normally just putting in my fire pit and burning. I know a lot of you guys do TTMs through the mail, which is a nice way to kind of keep the commons going. Cliff Robinson, he was a good player. Terry Porter again. Danny Age, that's nice. One of the first basketball players. That was a rarity for him to do. But a good enough athlete to make MLB team and an NFL team. Yeah, the Suns. I like the Suns growing up. I mean, I was a huge Charles Barkley fan. So in the mid-90s, I liked this team a lot. Dan Marley and Kevin Johnson, Danny Ainge. I thought they were pretty good. I think they made it to the finals one year and lost. And they made it to like the conference finals a bunch of times. But they never were able to capture the title there. AC Green, Jeff Hornacek. And here we got the last page again. More bowls, but all the good bowls taken out. But you got Horace Grant over here. He was a good solid player for a while. But again, as I was saying, I think a lot of you guys do the TTMs through the mail and get the autographs there. So that's a good way to keep it alive. Like when you get some players who maybe, you know, you want to see what happened to them, or you want to just get some autographs because you were a fan of theirs growing up, and you just, even though they might not have been a huge star, you like the way they play, or you like the way, you know, you like the team that they were on. So from that aspect, I think it's really nice. But for the most part, when you buy a collection like this and then you end up with several thousand cards, they're all commons. I mean, for me, there's really not much I can do with it, other than maybe just, you know, again, get rid of them, sell them in a bulk, or just burn them. Because really, you know, looking for some cool players here. And for the most part here, getting a lot of draft pick cards right now and not really getting anybody that I recognize. This is Isaiah Ryder. Is it? I think it is. Yep, Isaiah Ryder. So that's a good player, good card. Michael Cage, Charles Outlaw, Sean Elliott. Nice. Good player. Billy Owens. There's Celtics card. Looking pretty nice in the skybox. So let's turn these. Maybe I'll just turn this around for you. But I think what I'll do is I'll go through the rest of these off camera and then just pull out another Sean Elliott. Pull out the ones that I like. You know, and Twin Towers in the background. All right, this could be pretty cool. And then just highlight what I was able to pull out, what I was able to find. Here we go. We'll end with Isaiah Thomas because I don't think it's going to get any better than that so far out of this lot. So we'll do it the 94 Upper Deck Isaiah Thomas card. Boom, little banged up in the corner there. But this is what I would expect to find in this box. Kind of like stuff randomly inserted here. Maybe I'll find about 50, 60 cards like this. this caliber player in this kind of year thrown out there. So I wouldn't, there you go, like again, Dominique Wilkins, all-star card. So those kind of cards I'll pull aside, and then I'll show you what we end up getting. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for the follow-up video. And if you are liking these things, you know, Ben and I, you know, we kind of enjoy buying these things and trying to see what we get, see what's in these mystery boxes, see if we get a good deal, if we don't get a good deal, etc. So let us know if you like what these are, you know, what we're doing here, and hit us up with some comments, hit us up with some, if I'm coming across these comments and you guys really want some of these cards, let me know, reach out to me. I'll put my email address in there, just reach out. We can work out getting the cards to you, because again, if I get a box full of commons, I'm more than likely going to destroy them. So if there's some card or some team that you really like, that you're trying to put a team set together or something, let me know. I'm more than happy to give the cards to you and help you build out what you're looking for. All right, guys, until the next video, we'll see you then.